Well, high rising everyone. Excuse me. I'm a little late today, but I'm allowed. It's my birthday today. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I see you all in chat, so I'll just say thank you since I'm live already here. Today is Moonday, May 9th, 2022. And let's see, the moon is 56% waxing, so we're heading towards the new moon phase. Yeah, good times. How's everyone this fine day? Hi, Music Guru, I see you there. He says he just did an episode with Crow about 432, some truth bombs in there. I'm sure there are. So what's up? Morning gang, gonna miss the live show, hitting the water at 10. Oh, okay, cool, well have fun. Are you sailing? I don't blame you for missing the show to go sailing. My grandpa used to have a sailboat, and I remember being just a wee half pint sitting on the deck of his sailboat. Oops, let me turn that on, mute that. Hello everybody. Good times for all. Cold Brews, Rob Cleveland, Music Guru, Mojo Shop, Seeking Starwater, Big Pine Sailing, Scott Field, happy birthday, thank you, and thank you, Seeking Starwater. I'm sure the majority of you are over here on YouTube. I didn't really share my stream out today. I didn't take the time to share my stream on all the usual places. Maybe you guys could help me out and share it for me. I was really lazy. Let me at least go put it in Telegram. 7 followers on Twitch. Ooh, cool. Thanks for sharing that, Billingtano Bear, in my Twitch group. If you're not, or not Twitch group, Telegram. If you have Telegram, I have a Telegram group called The Rebellion, where we all share stuff in there and chat, and I have a link to that in the description if you want to join it. So we are streaming on YouTube for a bit today. So I'm not sure how long we will be staying on YouTube, but we'll try it for a little while. I'm also on Rockfin, and the Rockfin app has improved greatly. If you guys had a lot of complaints about the Rockfin app before, might be worth a try again. They seem to have fixed their notification issue. Well, sort of. Ha! Wow, a Globy troll? Holy shit. It's been a long time since I've seen one of them. So yeah, it might be worth trying it again. Thank you, everybody. Snake venom. No, you know what? I'm kind of lazy because I'm kind of still recovering from my weekend getaway that I had. Ted and I went to Atlanta for the weekend because the Deftones came to town. And I finally went to go and meet Stefan in real life, and I got to go watch the Deftones and he got us all access passes. It was really fun. We get to walk around wherever we want, which is cool. We got to go down into the front area where it really wasn't that crowded because the tickets to be down in the front, those are the most expensive tickets, right? But when you have the pass, you just go walk down there. It's great. You can play double speed on Rockfin. Yes, you can. You can also watch offline. You can download and listen. Well, if you just want to listen to it, you can download it and listen to it offline. It's really cool that way. Yeah. So, let's see. Move some windows around. I have a little series of videos from the show if you guys want to see. I feel like, I was gonna play, I was like all set to just start playing it, but then I thought, well, not everybody is a Deftones fan. Maybe not everybody's gonna be really care about watching the videos. So I don't know, do you guys want to see it? I mean, why wouldn't you want to is my question. Maybe I should just play it because it's my birthday and I do what I want. And too bad if you don't like Deftones. All right, I'll play it. Oh, but let me see. So yeah, we were like way down in front and it was awesome. So I took some video because it was like, how often do you get a chance to watch video like this? Let me see here. Check it out, dude. Look at that. Look at that shot right there. Let's see here. Yeah, it was amazing. Maybe if some of you follow my Instagram or my Facebook, you'll look at that. Check that out, dude. That's it. Steftone throwing down the flat sign is awesome. Awesome. And he was flat smacking everybody that comes backstage, and then, because you saw those pics that he was giving out, and they say flat earther and geocentric and all that stuff. It's like everybody who comes back and they're like, he's like, you want some pics? And everybody's like, yeah. And then they go and they get a pic from Steftone that says flat earther on it. How awesome is that? And, they all listen to him when he talks about it too, which is really cool. Yeah. Just show it, you want to. Yes. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm going to play it then. You should be able to hear it. Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure my sound is all routed the right way. Okay. Here we go. It's like I rendered it all together, so I'm just going to let it all play through. It's like 12 minutes. Okay? So just humor me. I'm so... You can't even imagine like how stoked I was, because I was already a fan of the Deftones and I'd been listening to them for almost 30 years, 20-something years at the very least. They've been around for a long time, and it's been the same group of guys, and they were all really cool. But all right, okay, let's watch. Oh, you can't hear it. All right. Damn it. So my sound's routed correctly. I just didn't have it on. All right, here we go. Show the crowd a little bit. Damn it. I suck at tech today. Anemic is sweet, so go get your knife, go get your knife. I was happy this day. Go get your knife. Take you away with me. Diamonds rain across the sky. Realm. That's another thing. Chino says realm in his lyrics a lot. I don't care if you don't like it, Ethan. Wait till I scream along. I'm just kidding. When the Oops. Shit. Carl, I was trying not to. I tried really hard not to. Last one. Bloody Cape. Flat Earth lyrics. Recorded the whole song. No, they didn't play You See in the Butcher. I love that song. The ships have all sailed. The ocean will take us all the way. First one ever to fall off of the earth. First ones in the world to fall off of the earth. That's it. And that be the end of the Deftones videos from this weekend. But it was fun. I had a blast. That's my picture that I got with Steph in. And let's see. There was some other people that showed up back there backstage. Check this out, you guys. This is Stefan and James Hetfield's son. Isn't that cool? Stefan was flat smacking James Hetfield's son. Tell me that isn't awesome. And like everybody that came back there, like I gave him one of my business cards, and because they're living, in the Southeast right now. And I said, I'm putting on Flat Earth events. I put on a festival every year in October in Greenville. We're going to have a Flatoberfest, and you're more than welcome. So I got to invite a bunch of people, some of them were, I don't know if any of them were actually musicians, but they're just fans, that were in the back there. And it was cool. So I invited them because they're local and they're not flat earthers. Oh, I got one of those pictures too, by the way. Oh, excuse me. And let's see. Is there anything else cool back here? That's pretty much it. So anyway, that was it. What'd you guys think? Was that fun? Yeah. Yeah, he actually screams like that live. I was like, damn, how do you do that like day after day? Because I know, I don't, I mean, it's not, obviously, it's not every day, but it'll do it a couple of days in a row. Because I know they played that show Friday and then they had the next day they had to play in Tennessee. So, let's see. Where are they playing now? They're gonna, the next show is a 1 day and 8 hours. So where's the next one? Uh, Pennsylvania? No, Indianapolis, May 10th. So tomorrow, or not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. No, that's tomorrow. What am I talking about? Goes live on stage 1 day, 8 hours. Is that, that doesn't seem right. What's today? Today is, well, no, that's right, because it's later in the day. See, I still can't even think straight. Dude, Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, sucks, by the way. I never want to go there ever again. I don't like being in that city at all. That place stressed me out. And that's crazy because none of the roads make any sense. And everybody around there drives like a bat out of hell. And they all have these really nice cars. Like there's Teslas and BMWs and Maserati. I mean, like every nice car you could think of, they're all driving around downtown Atlanta fucking fast. And it's kind of scary. And that place totally stressed me out. Even when I finally got to the show that day, we were a little bit late. And I get back there and I was like all sweaty and I was like, oh my God. And even Steph was like, you're all stressed out. He's like, you need to relax. I was like, I do not like driving to downtown Atlanta. I don't like that place. There's something crazy about the energy in Atlanta. I don't know what it is, dude, but it's just not happy. It's not happy. But then, I was talking to some people about that, kind of how I was feeling that day that in Atlanta, like the energy. And then Rose was telling me, oh, they film The Walking Dead in Atlanta and CDC headquarters are in Atlanta. And it's on the 33rd parallel. And I was like, okay, well, that, doesn't surprise me. And that explains it a little bit, but there's just, that does explain, it's just such a weird energy there. It stressed me out big time. So, anyway, I thought that was funny. Yeah, they're not tuned to 432. Almost none of these bands are. You have to like put their music through a thing or a thingy to make it tuned to 432 if you want it. I think there's an app that you could do it. I heard there's an app like Audacity or something. I thought I remembered hearing about that from Crow because he did a thing about 432 way back in, like years ago. And I thought I remembered him saying that there was a program that you could like run your music through. And I still say James and the rest of the boys sold out to the Beast System a long time ago. Well, I can't deny that. But his son is young, very young. I don't even think he could drink yet. Like I think that's how young his son is. And his son is getting flat smacked by Steph. So there's still hope for the future. Steph has man, he's really got a potential to wake up a lot of young people. And he's going to start doing his own podcast, he said. So he hasn't set it up yet, but he's got his own channel. He's going to start doing his own thing. And so I think that'll be really cool to see. Because, I mean, everybody just listened to everything he said so intently, I had that call-in number. Should I try the call-in board I wonder if I should try using the call-in board. Because we have this call board now that we use for, oh, it's 1010, by the way. We have this call board that we use for the Strange World, but it's just our number. Like, it's just for us. It's not like how the number to call into the show before was like the TFR number. So if you called off hours, you would get whatever show was live at that time. Well, now the call board that we have is exclusively our number. So I'm thinking about trying it because it's also the kind of call board where you can call and listen in. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Jonna, for reminding me. And the Georgia Guidestones are 66 miles from a specific spot in Atlanta proper and 33 miles from a specific place in Athens, Georgia. Really? I didn't know about that. But yeah, then also that's too also the Georgia Guidestones. I know, but see, yeah, but I don't know. He says that he I don't know if he wants to tune that for like the his new the future side projects that he'll be doing, but as far as like Deftones go, they're not I don't think they're ever going to change their tuning to 432 because they're a huge band and they go along with industry standards, you know what I'm saying? I think you would you're just going to have to get a program and put the Deftones music through something and have it be changed to 432. Yeah, that's right. Ted was having people scan the QR code for Dave's app. Yeah, there's some weird energy going on in Atlanta in Georgia. Like I do not like Georgia, especially through all of the COVIDs. Georgia was like the biggest out of the entire South. Georgia was super masked hearted, masked Nazi. You couldn't go anywhere in that state without them laying the hammer down on you. And I the couple times that I did go there, I totally regretted it. And even after everything was done, but like just up to like a couple days before the show, the venue was like, you need to show proof of vaccination or proof of a negative COVID-19 test. And I was like, damn. I was sending Stefan a text. I'm like, yeah, the venue's saying this, and that, and I'm not gonna do any of that. So I hope they let me in, because I was worried about it there for a sec. I mean, they were super uptight, super uptight. They even had like this clear bag thing. Now then when you go to these live shows, you have to have a clear bag to put your stuff in so they can see all what's in it. Like I just had a regular purse and they were like, "Your purse is too big. You can't come in here." And I was like, "They're not going to let me in with my purse." And then the guy that works for them who came and got us at the gate, I was like, I had no idea they had the clear bag policy. He's like, oh yeah, that's a thing with concerts these days. And I was like, well, that just goes to show you how long it's been since I've been to one. I'm feeling very old here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? I lost my background music because I turned it off because of I was playing the videos. I'll turn it back on. Why didn't you guys remind me? Why didn't you guys tell me that I didn't have my coffee music on? Yeah. Oh, I'll gift it to people. Media Bear. Hey, Media Bear. Atlanta and suburbs are full of masked people. Media Bear, you're from Georgia, aren't you? You should know. They're super uptight. Yeah, lots of masked people. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, let's see. Let me see if I could do this. Hmm. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Sounds like it's kind of staticky. Let me see. So let me give you guys the number. It's 848 222 2480. Let me change it right here. I'll change it here. 848 222 2480. Done. Boom. That's the call-in number. So let's see if we can get some people on the board. It's a call board, just like it on TFR. So you call and you should just be like on hold, and then you should be able to hear me talking. Anyway, how does my sound now? Am I doing okay? How does the sound? Georgia, Atlanta has changed a lot since I have been there. Yeah. Oh, you know what else is kind of a trip, a little factoid that some of you might want to know? They have a guy there that, little static. Yeah, it's because of this. Maybe I won't use this stupid call board. Let's see. Let me check my audio settings here. Noise cancellation. You know what I'll do? I'll just, see, here, I'll just mute it for now. But if somebody calls, then I'll unmute it so you can hear them talk. Don't let me forget. Where is my... Oh, looky, we have a caller. Okay. Let's see here. Let's try it out. See how it goes. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B. Oh boy. Hello? 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 Huh? Karen B is better than Corona. Oh, let's see. Hold on.
You are now a host.
Ah! Hello. Testing again.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yay! I figured it out.
I cannot hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Shitballs. Can you hear me now?
Line unmuted.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. All
Are
right.
you live?
I am live. And let me just
Good
see.
morning, Miss Karen.
Good morning. Let me just see in chat. Can y'all hear JM?
Hello, hello, hello.
They should be able to hear you. I see the things moving. All right.
Okay.
What's up,
What's
JM?
up, Media Bear? That Media Bear there or no Despair Bear there?
Well, there was Media Bear was there earlier. I don't know about No Despair Bear. I haven't seen if he's there or not, but Media Bear was in the chat earlier in YouTube. Is that what you're referring to?
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So what's up, JM?
Well, that was nice to see you and old Ted out there having a chat with some of those people and at the Deftones concert, and Steph out there talking to him about the shape of this place we call Earth. That's nice to see.
Yeah, it was a blast.
I think there's a lot of people that are starting to open their eyes up to the lies. I mean, I was at the work/business event this weekend. It was just a crawfish boil, but I just started talking to people. There was a couple people, one of my past clients, sitting at the table, and we got to talking, and stuff about the Earth and NASA came up. I didn't flat out say flat Earth, but I just started laying things out for them and things I've seen directly from the NASA channel, and more people kept coming over to the table and sitting down and listening, and they weren't mocking me or anything. They were asking more questions about it. And I asked them, I said, and the guy that my past client, he's a friggin' engineer, and I asked him, I said, look, you're an engineer, you understand this stuff. What happens if I take a pressurized can and put it in a vacuum? Tell me what happens, please, from a scientific standpoint. He goes, it goes boom, it explodes. I said, thank you. Explain to me how we put little men in a big, giant, pressurized hot water heater, shoot it up into a vacuum, and it doesn't go boom.
Yeah.
He looked at me like, oh, you got a point there. And then you throw out the charming Tesla car. I said, then, the savior, Elon Musk, tells us he stuck a friggin' car in the vacuum of space and didn't do anything to it, and it's got rubber tires on it, and they didn't explode? Explain to me how that works, please. I need a scientific explanation on that.
Yeah. Of course they don't have one.
No. And I told him, I said, years ago when I used to have my television, I said, I used to have the NASA channel because, that came with the cable subscription. And, who doesn't like space? I mean, you got to like Star Wars and Star Trek. That's all cool stuff. And I tell him, I said, I was watching the NASA channel, and this lady that's supposedly in the vacuum of space, in zero G in a space station, I said, first off, because my past client has long hair too, and his wife has real long hair, and I looked at both of them, and I said, explain to me how you're going to stick people up there, whether it's a man or a woman, with hair halfway down their back, and just let it float all around with all this sensitive space computer stuff in a vacuum of space, and the hair isn't getting clogged up in all kinds of stuff and just going everywhere causing a mess. I said, both y'all have long hair. You ever get hair around your house? He's like, oh, yeah. I said,
Yeah.
thank you. Why is everybody not a buzz cut up in space? Explain that to me, please.
Yeah.
And then I told him about the lady that was in the space station with the bubble of water there, and she swims up to it, grabs it in her mouth, swims back a little bit. I said her head goes down a little bit, and the water comes out of her mouth. And I said, what do you think the water did? They all kind of look at me like it's a trick question. I said, she's in zero gravity. Remember, in the space station, the water fell out of her mouth. What do you think had happened? And the wife goes, it floated? I said, that's what I thought it'd do too, but it dropped to the fucking floor. She looks up at the camera, puts her pointer finger over her lips and goes, shh. So that's when I looked at my television and said, y'all are fucking lying to me. And I started researching deeper. And sure enough, it's all a lie.
Yeah.
$60 million a day. Lie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hopefully Steph and Deftones out there talking to people, get more people to the event, and
Well,
they
Steph
can come to these
does.
events and see we're not crazy people. We're not loonies. We're actually intelligent people who have actually researched and done the fucking science that they keep telling us that they do.
Yeah.
Except we're actually doing it, and we have results, and we have evidence and documentation. And when we don't have an answer, we don't have a problem saying, I don't have an answer for that. I don't know.
Right. Right. Well, you know, Steph is the only one who's into it. The rest of the guys really don't care. And they weren't hanging out like Steph was. Like we met Chino for briefly on the bus, and then we talked a little bit with Abe, but for the most part, they're just off, you know, hiding out somewhere, and Steph is the one hanging out, talking to everybody and flat smacking people. The other guys do not care. They're just like, you know, Abe came and was talking to us, and I said, I'm Karen, Steph's flat earther friend, and he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, that's cool, whatever y'all believe. He's like, it's okay that you're Steph's flat earther's friend. I'm like, well, thanks for your approval. You know, they just don't care. They're like, you know, but they're also not mean about it. Everybody's really cool. You know, they're just not into it like Steph is, you know.
They're just living their lives. I mean,
Exactly.
remember, they're rock stars. They're just having a good time living their lives. You're not bothering them.
Right.
And they're like, hey, that's how you believe. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, which they're normal. They're normal people. Hey, they don't believe the same thing you do, but they're not going to ridicule you for what you believe, just like you're not going to ridicule them. And, you know, kind of the way this place was meant to be, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, the media loves to divide because, you know, you have to divide people, Karen. You know that, right?
Oh, even Stefan was like, I stopped doing interviews years ago because he was like, fuck these people. They make shit up. Because there's if anybody who follows Deftones, you'll see they always want to make out like there's some huge rivalry or, you know, tension between Stefan and Chino. Like they don't like each other. And it's like, dude, they've been in a band together for like 30 years. Why do you think that they not like each other and be in a band together for 30 years? Like, they're like best friends. They're fine, you know? But they always have to make out some conflict because everybody always has to be like, whose team are you on? What's going on? You know what I mean? It's just something, it's like it's something to bullshit to get people worried about just another distraction so that they don't worry about anything that is of actual importance. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to remember, too, the Deftones breathed life back into metal when metal died during the grunge era. Rock and metal, you know, there's some people that are listening, I'm sure, that weren't really old enough back at the early 90s when metal and all that rock and roll basically died and the grunge movement came into everything. I mean, I friggin' saw Ronnie James Dio in a little bar. I mean, right up on stage. You could reach up and shake his hand. And that's friggin' Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
Back when all that rock and roll died back in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And Deftones is one of the bands that came in and said, oh, okay, hey, we're gonna breathe some life back into rock and roll and metal. And, you know, they're one of the front runners for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, once I even heard, like, okay, you know how when we all first woke up to this, or at least I did, and you start learning about energy, frequency, vibration, and then you learn about, like, the 440 versus 432, you know, thing, how they tune all these, all mainstream music is tuned to 440, which we all have learned now is, like, more of a destructive frequency, and 432 is a healing frequency. Right? So there's that whole thing going on. So I stopped listening to pretty much all the music that I used to listen to before. And and I was like big into music. I was huge into going to live concerts when I was a teenager growing up. I went to all the shows every summer. I was that person. I was, because I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I loved all that stuff. And I would go to, everything that was out, all the time. And I have somewhere I have a big stack of my old concert tickets because I would keep them all. And I've got, dozens and dozens and dozens of them. And so, I used to listen to music a lot when I would do art, for hours and hours. I would just play music and do art. That's like what I spent most of my time doing as a teenager. And so when all this came about and I kind of stopped listening to music for probably a couple years, because I was like worried, what is this stuff doing to me, And then when I heard that one of the Deftones, before I even knew it was Stefan, I heard one of the Deftones is a flat earther. And I was like, get out, right? Like the Deftones, because I had already been listening to them for so long, and I lived in Sacramento, and they're from Sacramento, and I had been to their practice spot, and at one time I had met Abe, years and years and years ago, because we just lived in the same city, and that's where they were from. And it was like everybody loved Deftones in Sacramento, right? Because everybody was so proud. We were like, yeah, Deftones, Sacto, So when I heard one of them was a flat earther, I was like, dude, this is great. Which one? Somebody tell me which one. How am I going to find out? I don't know, And for a long time, I couldn't even figure out which one. But just hearing that one of them was a flat earther was enough to make me go back and start listening to Deftones again. And then it was like, I was like, whoa, I was kind of blown away because a lot of their lyrics have like esoteric stuff in it and even sound flat earthish, even though Chino's the one who writes the lyrics supposedly, and he is not a flat earther. But there's something about, in that music and in their lyrics that is kind of trippy. If you're aware and you've been in this for a while and you go back and you listen to a lot of their stuff, you're like, whoa. In fact, I think I want to do a show where I just talk about some of the lyrics and some of their songs and go and break it down, how esoteric it is and like how mind-blowing it is. Because, all these people who are musicians, they're creative people. They're artists, right? They're creating something where once there was nothing. That's what an artist does. An artist creates something where once there was nothing there, right? So that's what these guys do, except their art forms, obviously music. It's not, painting or drawing or whatever, but, they create this music. Now, if you know about, I don't know, anybody who creates something or is an artist, where you get that inspiration from, it's like nobody knows, it sort of comes from the ether, right? And so it just goes to show you like how tapped in some people can be, like the things that are coming through him and out of his mouth into these lyrics. It's like they have to be so tapped in without even knowing it. They probably don't even realize it. I'm sure he doesn't even, I'm sure he doesn't write these lyrics thinking like, I'm going to talk about esoteric flat earth shit. And you know what I mean? Like he's not planning to do that. He's just pulling it out of the ether and it's coming out in the music. And then the fact that Steph has woke up and become a flat earther, I just find all of that like more than a coincidence. It just, to me, it really goes to show the power and of the subconscious energy transfer that happens through our heart field with the ether, uploading and downloading information all the time. Like to me, that whole like idea of what is in their music and where they are now and what Steph is doing is just a testament to that fact. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
No, I know exactly where you're going, and follow me on this. And this is something that everybody in the Truther movement should look into and read. Works by Napoleon Hill. He talks about that. When you get people together, and it doesn't have to be in the same place, but like take a band for the Deftones, for example, okay? They're together. They're artists. They're musicians. There is a mastermind group that is created. Their frequency and their energy becomes as if it's one. So a little bit stuff comes from Steph, a little bit of stuff comes from the rest of the people together, and that stuff gets in there because they've created a mastermind. You've got all the band members' minds separately, but they together in that group have created a mastermind.
Right.
And if you've read any of the teachings of Napoleon Hill, he gets very deeply into that, into his book, Think and Grow Rich. But if you really want to go, just incredibly deep, his other book, Law of Success. But
Okay.
that's like a Bible. That's like trying to read the Bible. It's massive. But there's so much incredible information in that. Our brains are nothing more than transmitters and receivers of frequencies. And I still put on the table of, is our consciousness in our brain, or is our consciousness somewhere else? Is our consciousness up there with the Creator, and we're just being broadcast down here through the transmissions, through the ether, to our avatars, our bodies?
Yeah, exactly. It really makes you wonder, where is the true, where does consciousness lie? And does it even have a specific place? Is it just everything all together in the ether, and you just have to be tuned into that specific frequency to receive that information? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's body is basically an antenna. Your skeleton is crystalline. Everybody has their own signature frequency, right?
Yep.
It's such a trip to think about it that way.
Your frequency can be altered and changed by other frequencies you're around, other influences you put into your mind. That's why it is so important to protect your mind and what goes into it, just like the food you put into your body. You have to be very, very protective of that, because it can corrupt your being. It can change you.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the people. Look what they did with the whole COVID BS to people. They literally took a spell and took the flu. That was another thing that came up with the people I was talking to when I just flat out said, "Oh, you mean the pandemic?" And this older lady, probably in her 70s, and she looked at me and she goes, "What do you mean pandemic? There was COVID and people were dying." I looked at her and I said, "Ma'am," I said, "it was just a bad case of the flu. We have this every year." And she goes, "Oh, no, you don't understand." At least what I'm saying it